Hi guys, it's Alexa here with Kelowna Now. I am thrilled to be sitting down on this beautiful Okanagan day with LUX Homes, the owner, president, Brad McNaughton. We have a 12 video series that we are going to do over the next couple of months where we're going to talk everything LUX Homes. And I'm thrilled to have Brad in studio today to learn a little bit more about LUX Quality Homes and all the amazing things they are doing in, I was going to say the Okanagan, but actually BC.
That is correct.
So Brad, easy question. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Well, thanks for having me here today. As Alexa said, my name is Brad. I own LUX Homes. I started in 2017. I moved to Okanagan, Kelowna in 2011 with my wife, Michelle. And since then, I've just been working on, construction projects throughout the Okanagan. I went up north for a bit and worked, came back and decided that I was going to work on my own house that I had in Peachland. And one day I had people knocking on my doors and asking, would I do this for their houses or projects? And I said, no, not really. I just want to work on my own house. And I had enough interest from what I was doing that I figured I could make a go at it. And I just started LUX Homes, and it actually started as LUX Construction. And then, that's where I'm at down today.
So can you tell us a little bit about your background? I think you went to the college and you did your business degree there.
No, I didn't do a business degree. I did my apprenticeship there.
Okay.
My business knowledge has come from just trial and error learning. And then I also work with a business coach who specializes in home building. And that's how I've kind of learned, how numbers and everything else kind of works in the business world to make sure that we're competitive and making sure that, we're not taking money from one project and putting it towards another one, kind of that old saying, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
So you really just have a passion of renovations and building homes. So it started off as just like a construction company, and now you specialize in custom builds?
Yeah, so now it started off as like a framing company. That way I could figure out how the whole Okanagan kind of works and the little nuances in the building permits and the different designs that people have. Got my knowledge in that because I always feel like getting out of the ground is the hardest part of any construction project. So I made all those connections with other trades that I would work with to help other contractors or homeowners get on the ground. And then in 2019, we switched the company name to LUX Homes. And that's when I really started focusing on just strictly custom home builds and large renovations throughout the Okanagan. And as Alexa said, we work throughout BC, but mostly we go from Soyuz throughout the Okanagan Valley and up to Christina Lake.
So you said your first project was your own house. What was your next project? Was it a home or a commercial?
My next project, we did another house in Peachland for a client that had moved from Vancouver, and they turned it into an Airbnb in the basement. They lived upstairs. It was quite the transformation from what was there before.
Amazing. So I know that you also do some commercial work. Are you still doing commercial work? Is that somewhere that LUX Home is also wanting to continue to do? Or are you just really focusing on the custom builds?
We want to get it more into the tenant improvement aspect of it. We've done a few in the past. It's something that's enjoyable. It's different. We put the same kind of thought process behind it. We're trying to design and build what the client wants, their end goal, and while also working within their budgets.
Amazing. I know that you've done some amazing homes, and in episodes to come, we will show some of the amazing homes that you have built from scratch. But I also wanted to ask you, I know that you're really big about community and local businesses and networking and referrals. Can you tell us why you're so passionate about connecting with local businesses here in Kelowna? And why I think what's actually really amazing and to see is just how connected we are and supporting each other as small businesses here in Kelowna.
Yeah, it's actually interesting in the fact that Kelowna is a city that's growing and how many people you actually get to connect with and help grow and help their reach their dreams or whatever they're doing. I know when I first started, I looked up to other businesses too. I was like, I want to be there one day. So I'd ask a lot of questions. So when other businesses come to me and want to ask questions or sit down for a coffee or a drink or whatever, I'm always there to listen and talk to them and give them whatever advice that I can help them grow and achieve their goals. Because I feel like if you have other people that are on your level, it's just going to keep driving up our industry to be better because, construction has a bad name. Yeah. People think that there's a bunch of cowboys out there running around or taking your money. And it's trying to build that trust factor for people too, right? And I feel like we have a proven process that works. It's not for everybody, but we've learned a lot of stuff over the time. And if I can help people avoid those expensive mistakes, that's great too. Because one thing that I realized when I started my business is there's no help for you when you start. You sign up through online is what I did through the BC government website, got my business number and went about it, and then do my taxes and GST, and come to realize everything's kind of set up wrong. So it cost me a couple grand at the time to reset it up all properly. You have to get a lawyer involved. So that's just stuff that I like to talk to people starting out. And then as for using local people, local people, they keep money in our community. They keep us employed, which, is another big thing too, right? So
I love that you said that, yeah, the construction industry cowboys. What would be some advice to someone maybe out there sitting there looking at rebuilding, or maybe they bought some land and they're wanting to build a home, or maybe you're just really wanting to regut your home? What is the first step? Like, would you say looking at your budget and coming up with a little bit of plan, or are you guys open to conversations where it's like, let's say me, I have no idea what to do. I'm lost. Like maybe Lux Home, someone there can help guide me in like maybe the steps that I need to take.
I would say, the first thing is do as much information as you can ahead of time. Figure out what you want. Your budget's a big thing to understand going forward. You have to find a contractor that you want to be honest with, open and honest with, because to design the proper home, you need to know what your budget is. You can't just say, give me a price, because I can give you a price. It'll be outside your budget, but I don't really know what you want. Or maybe I can come down to your budget if I can say at the beginning, you're not going to get this feature that you want in your house. So I think having that relationship with whoever you want to work with, that honesty, that's a big thing. On our website, we have a bunch of resources there that you can go download, and they kind of walk you through different steps throughout your project or where you're going to be and what to kind of look for and questions to ask your contractor.
Smart. Yeah, I would say what I'm hearing is setting the expectations at the start so that you're not coming out of this. I feel like building a home can be super stressful on a marriage, relationships. So it's really important to have those conversations with your builder, so you're making sure that your client's not overextending themselves or being disappointed, I guess.
I feel like in our role is like, if you ever have to go to court, a lawyer hires a bunch of subject matter experts to look after your case and fight for you. And I feel like we're kind of the same there. You're hiring us to look after your project, and you don't have to know everything about construction. You have to know a little bit about stuff and know what you want, but our job is to deliver your end project. And how we do that is we hire the proper trades who are our subject matter experts, and we deal with all the communication and planning up front. Our process actually starts with a design build, is that's how we typically like to work. And you'll come in and we'll figure out what your budget is, and we'll design a house to fit within that. And that's all your finishes, everything. So at the end of the day, you get a final price, a fixed price, and a schedule. So that also alleviates a lot of that stress that people or couples go through during a build and having to pick something out at a certain time to keep their project going. Because one of the most expensive cost overruns on a project is actually overhead. And people don't talk about it. But the longer a project sits, it's incurring overhead for the contractor as well, right? So then that just gets passed down to people. So if you do the proper planning ahead of time, the project just moves fairly smoothly. That's not to say there's not hiccups, but we have an actual team that sits there and does all their work every day, and they're checking on stuff and making sure that they're trying to look for these projects ahead of time, or these problems, and solve them so that they're not delaying the schedule and not having issues down the road without sacrificing the quality of it.
Sounds like you're helping take the headaches and the pressure off the relationships.
That is the goal. We want people to stay married after. Right?
Yeah, no kidding.
You don't want to be the divorce sale. So.
Brad, I know that you are always looking for amazing people to join the team as you grow. I think I saw a bunch of positions available. What's the best way to reach out to you or find more about?
You can call the office. Usually if we have postings, we have them posted on our website under careers. We're just looking for, people that want to be part of a team environment. who are embracing technology, because the construction roles, there's a lot of technology involved now. People that are open thinkers, um, you know, just a solid people.
Adapting to change as we
Correct.
live
Yeah.
in this very fast-paced environment. Brad, also before we end here, how are you actually still taking on smaller jobs like the renovations? Like, is there something that's too small that you're kind of just getting away from? So just so people aren't just, emailing you saying, "Hey, can you reno my bathroom?"
No, so I wouldn't say we try to do the larger projects now, but we do smaller ones, especially for repeat clients. That being said, we've recently hired an interior designer that works for us.
Okay.
So she can design your bathrooms or a smaller kitchen or a space for you. And then in that note as well, we've also she's made connections with other trades that specialize in that smaller space. So we can hook you up with those people as well.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for coming in
Thanks
today
for having me.
and look forward to having Lux Homes over the next couple of months and sharing more amazing tips, tricks. And if you guys need to connect with Lux Homes, we'll be putting all the information in this article. So, yeah, if you have questions, they are very open to just even help answer or guide you. Maybe it's not, maybe it's too small of a project, but Brad knows a lot of people in the industry. So it's all about connection. So, yeah,
We're here to help.
thanks for watching.